Hello everyone, welcome back to the course Python for Machine Learning, Deep Learning and Data Science. In the last video, we have already discussed the fundamental concept of programming, in which we have discussed what is computer, what is program, what is programming language and types of programming language. Also, I have shared a Python syllabus that I have designed for this particular course. Now, it's time to take our first step towards learning Python. The main purpose of this video is to introduce Python and share the installation process. So, in the first part of this video, I will explain a little background of Python and we will explore why Python is widely used in area like machine learning, deep learning and data science. And in the second part of this video, I will explain step by step process of downloading and installing the Python and various IDEs. Then we will run our first hello world program. After that, we will see how IDEs are help in writing efficient and structured code. So, let us start our first part of this video. Here our plan is to introduce Python. So, Python is an interpretable high level language. High level language means it is more closely to English language and it is more readable and not very complex, not very complex in syntax, as compared to machine level language and assembly level language. So, Python also a interpretable language. Interpretable language means Python use interpreter to convert higher level instruction to machine level instruction. Then how interpreter works? Interpreter works by line by line. So, interpreter parts line by line and then it convert to machine level instruction, then that machine level instruction will give to processor for further execution of that instruction. Then again Python was introduced by Sido van Rossum. He is a Dutch programmer. Basically, he is a Dutch programmer. He introduced Python in late 1980s and he released the first version of Python in 1991. So, if you know Java is also a higher level language and released in 1995. So, even Python released before Java, but till 2010 Python was not gain that much of popularity as like Java. But after 2010, due to the data driven technology like machine learning, neural network, data mining, data analytics. So, this data driven technology gain popularity due to vast use of internet and the vast use of availability of data. So, for these two reasons, this technology get so much popularity. So, what is the aim of these areas? These technology work on various type of data and how they work, how the expert work over data. They apply various mathematical operation. They apply various mathematical operations over data to extract information by analyzing the pattern. So, what is the aim of this area? Overall, they works on data by applying various mathematical operation on this data to extract various useful information from data by analyzing the hidden pattern. So, due to do these things, they need a computer language. They means the researcher and scientist, they need a computer language. So, they initially use C or Java to write various mathematical operation, various algorithm, various machine learning algorithm, and this. Then they feel that this C and Java language are more complex. Syntactically, these things are more complex. They feel this and they feel if you wish to write code in C and Java, you have to learn this complex syntax, otherwise you cannot write the code in these things. So they wish to then they search for a less complex language, then they found Python. When they work on Python, they feel this Python is very readable, not required the complex syntax to write the Python code. So they feel easy to write the algorithm and mathematical operation on Python. Again, this C and Java are basically popular in computer scientists. Computer scientists are comfortable to write the code in C and Java, but these machine learning and these data related data driven technologies expert are not limited to computer science only. They are from any background, they are from any domain. So that is the reason Python gain popularity with the popularity gain of these technologies after 2010. So now these things is clear why Python get popularity after 2010. Then comes to here we will discuss various version. So Razum released their first Python version, in 1991 by like this, Python 0.9.0. So in this particular version they include various functionalities, like they include the features like class, object, inheritance and exception handling. Then they introduced the version 1.0.0 in 1994. In this particular version they include functional programming. Functional programming means they include the concept like lambda and higher order function like map, reduce, filter. Then in 2000 they released the version 2.0.0. Here they include a very important memory management feature, that is garbage collection. After that in 2018 they released a major version, that is 3.0.0. In that version they include various functionalities and also they reduce various redundant function from the previous versions. Even they are continuously improve their language Python for better for a more efficient and better readability of the Python. So recently they released one version in 2024 December 3. They released the version 3.13.1 if I am not wrong. So they continuously develop the Python for more efficient and for more readability. Then in this slide we will discuss some more features of Python due to which the area like machine learning, deep learning, data science expert are widely use Python. So first thing, Python is very simple and readable syntax. As we discussed, it is more likely English level language, and this is also follow the traditional mathematical equation pattern. Means as we are writing our traditional mathematical equation pattern. So Python also use syntax like as we write our mathematical equation, that much of flexibility also Python is giving. So with a example we will see how it is simple. So here is the example to print hello world. So here our aim to print only the hello world, but sorry, if you see these things here, the code for writing hello world in C, then in C++, then in Java, and then in Python. So to print this simple hello world in C, in C and C++ we required various header file. Then in main function we have to mention this printf, then here is cout, and in Java also there is things like public, static, void, main. So these things are required to write. So these are very complex things, but if you look at Python is very simple, print hello world, that's it. So this is very simple. Another example we will see to the addition of 5 into 3 in ChatGPT. So if you see here, I gave the prompt to ChatGPT, like give me the code for addition between 5 and 3 in C, Java and Python. See here, look at here how the C code is. Here you required to include header file, C and C++ required header file. Then in variable also you required to explicitly mention the data type in all 3 languages, C, C++ and Java. And if you look at this Python is very simple. Like in A variable we assign 5, B variable we assign 3, then sum, as like our mathematical equation. This is very simple, not required to include any header file, and not required to mention or specify any data type with the during the assignment of the variable. So it is very simple. Then let's go back to our slide. So the another point is, it is very rich in ecosystem of libraries. So what is this libraries? Suppose let's take a machine learning. In machine learning what we are doing? We are doing classification, we are doing regression, we are doing clustering. These 3 things we are doing in machine learning area. So for this area, so let's take for classification, there are various algorithm, like there are various techniques like support vector machine, then decision tree, naive Bayes. So these are well known algorithm to use in classification task. So if you take naive Bayes or any well known algorithm that is already been written, so when you want to apply this naive Bayes on your data or any algorithm on your data, you don't require to write from scratch. You only have to import this library and use in your system with your data. So in machine learning various library are there. So one of them is scikit-learn, then another is XGBoost, and in deep learning there are PyTorch. Let's see, in deep learning what we are doing? We are building model using neural network and train our model then deploy our model. So for these things some well known functionalities has been already written. So PyTorch, TensorFlow and Keras, these libraries are given these functionalities. Again in data science also various libraries are there, like pandas, numpy. Pandas work over the data like data frame, and numpy when you require to work on n dimensional data you will use numpy, and also scipy which provide various statistical operations. and also as we are working in machine learning, deep learning, data science, we need a visualization tool. So there are various libraries provide visualization tools like matplotlib, where we can use matplotlib to draw various plot like bar plot, scattered plot, line plot, various plot you can write. Then Seaborn library, then another library is Plotly. These are the famous libraries are available for use in machine learning, deep learning and data science work. Again, Python also provide a extensive community support. Community support means suppose during the execution or during the implementation of these things, during the execution of these algorithms, you may face some issue. You may face some error in Python. So what you can do, you can take that problem and you can ask in this community, and this community will answer or will resolve your issue. So they are basically support you in resolving the issue arising during the execution or implementation of the program. Then Python also provide a platform independence. Python is a cross-platform cross-platform language. Means if you write your code in Windows operating system, it will seamlessly work on Linux and Mac operating system. So this is give a more flexible. This make Python more flexible. Then Python also provide automated memory management. Automated memory management means in Python there is a concept like garbage collection. So during the work in machine learning, deep learning, data science, you are working on the data. So you are not required to explicitly manage the memory during your execution. Python automatically handle these memory management things. So, but if you look at C does not provide memory management. You have to manage memory manually. In C, there are two options. There are two functions, malloc and free function. When you require to allocation and deallocation of the memory, you have to require to use this function. But in Python, you does not require to do any memory management manually. Python will automatically handle memory management. So for these many features, Python is widely used in this area like machine learning, deep learning and data science.